Nikki. Hey, girl. What's going on, my friend? I'm coming to see you tomorrow. I hope you have me in your book. Let's try to find the comments. Here we go. Oh, I need to plug in my phone. Gosh. So late. I'm only 7 minutes late. Just 7 minutes late. Can everyone hear me? I'm always afraid you can't hear me. Oof. So, oh, I already had one here, huh? We've got a few people on, so we'll get started. I'm Kathy from Santa Marta Designs. Hello, everyone up in the sky. Welcome to the design room. And tonight, I figured we'd do something a little bit different. I'm trying to get a lot of products ready for an upcoming craft show, not this weekend, but next weekend. Hello, everyone just hopping on. Harless and Genevieve, Annette. Genevieve, not really. My son continues to be sick. We went to go see a specialist, and we're trying to determine if it's his asthma or if it's allergies, but the poor thing can't just get a break. Hi, Laura. So we'll see. We're scheduled to go to Hershey Park this weekend, so I hope that doesn't get scrapped, because he's so excited to go on the rides. So, but anyways, so guys, I have not done a swag yet, and I'm a little intimidated by them, I'm not going to lie. But here's the thing. You don't get any better if you don't do them. So I am going to tell you, this is my very first actual swag I am doing myself. So this is an evergreen base. It's actually a swag base, and you can get them, you can actually make the swags from various different things. So you don't actually need an evergreen base. You can take an evergreen base, this is an artificial evergreen base, and you can actually make a modification of this if you take like an evergreen base that they sell around the holiday times, just the round ones, and you can squish them together, make that your base. You can take a wood piece. I don't even know if I have one laying around here. I did at one point. I had like a 2-foot piece of wood plank. Where the heck did I move that to? God only knows. I don't know. It's probably somewhere in my storage unit. I think, because I can't see it. I just kicked it the other day by accident, and that's probably why I moved it, because I was like, ah! So anyways, you can use that, or you can use, I've seen people use yardsticks, they've used paint stirrers, and you can staple on the actual pipe cleaners to those to use as your ties. So this is an actual swag base. If you guys need some, let me know. I actually ordered a ton of them just because the holiday season is, I know, seems far away, but not for decorative purposes. I kind of have to start working on those soon. So I ordered a ton of them. If you guys need some, please let me know. Just message me, and I can start listing them, but it was just going to keep them for my own use, but I'm willing to share. So you, Julie. Thank you, Genevieve. Rebecca, you've never done one either? Girlfriend, then here we go. Me and you together. Here we go. I've watched so many people do them, so I just flipped mine over, and the reason being is because now when you get these from shipping sometimes, you just kind of have to go through and open up the ties, and sometimes you think they're in the right spot, sometimes they look like they're in the right spot, and you can make them look wherever you want, go wherever you want. So just be careful there's nothing like poking out at anybody that's going to hurt you, or if you're selling them for a customer. So you just want to be careful of that. And so they will be like completely flat when they ship. So just don't worry. There's one end that has a little pre-made hook if you're buying them already made as a swag. If you're making them on your own, then you can just add your own little hook here, either from like a piece of jute rope, or if you want to use ribbon, or if you want to use a pipe cleaner, whatever you want. So, oh good, we've got a lot of people that, or not a lot, but at least 3 other people that haven't done one of these before. So as you can see on the natural swag base, the top part of the evergreen is a little bit wider, okay? And then it gets a little bit skinnier, almost like an upside down Christmas tree, okay? So this measured, I know you guys are going to ask how big this is. So not measuring the loop for the hook, I won't measure that part. It's about a 36-inch swag. So you've got about 3 feet here, okay? Generally people make them like about between 2 to 3 feet is what I've seen. So, you know, it's up to you. So I got this really pretty like fall colored ombre mesh. This is a 21-inch deco mesh. And I figured we'd try it out because I thought it looked really pretty. We won't use this entire mesh. I can guarantee that on this base. So I'm going to stand up because I just can't do this sitting down. And then we've got this really cute owl that I found. And I actually, you have to be careful because this is, I love, whoever is doing these designs with the wood shavings, I'm in love with them. I just saw a bunch of patriotic ones, but unfortunately they're not the kind they are. They're only fit to be hung by themselves. Like you can't really add them to like a like an overall door piece or anything like that. So this guy is going to require some maneuvering to get the wire on and make sure that I don't cut through the styrofoam with the wire, but he'll be easy. I decided to do him on a swag just because of his backing, and I know the kind of Aj and I had trying to get my butterfly on a grapevine, so I said, yeah, not doing that again. So I decided, I'm like, you know what, why don't we make him into a swag? And then I've got a bunch of ribbons already laid out here, like from fall. And then I had last fall, before they did like their, or actually towards like the end of the season when they did like their closeout stuff, I had gotten some of these, I think these are like, I think this got to be like close to 8 inches. Yeah, so it's like a 7 to 8 inch. And these are fabric ribbon rolls. So I figure, you know what? We'll probably use one of these. This one has fall leaves on it. This one is super glittery. I don't even want to take the plastic off until then because everything will just be covered in glitter. This is like a chocolate color. And so our little owl guy has like chocolates and tans and oranges along with some pale cream colors that I figured would be really nice. We've got some fall ribbon here. So let's get started. All right. Oh, and then I also have here some flowers that we may add. I don't know. I just figured, you know what? We'll have them there if we need it, but we'll see. Hey, Susie Brown. Susie, I'm sorry. I'm not using the mesh roller tonight, but I do love it, but I just didn't have enough room because this swag is like huge and I didn't have enough room for it. So we're going to do the good old floor method because this really should not take us too long to go ahead and do these poofs. All right, because we're not doing like 2 rows of poofs and whatnot. So let's just move this little owl guy. I do have a little piece. You know what? Before we move him, one of his little wood shavings. This is the only part that these things are really gentle. One of his little wood shavings had popped off, and all I did was put him down on my desk. So I'm going to just glue this on and hopefully move it over and let that set. The desk is I would say a hot mess, but I feel it's cold in here, so I'm going to say it's a cold mess. Alright, so we'll move that aside, grab our mesh again. And so we don't need to add any pipe cleaners to this because you're going to use your evergreen leaves as your pipe cleaners, okay? Or any of your twist ties, alright? So I'm going to just try and move you guys down and in a little bit so you can see. If I can find my mouse. Let's see where this brings me. Alright, I'm going to bring that over. Push this up. And just bring you guys in ever so slightly. So you can see. Alright, you guys let me know if you want me to zoom in any further. But I think that's pretty good. Alright. So we'll start with 1 poof basically towards the top here. Alright. So you just kind of got to work in. And the good thing about these evergreen bases is that their twist ties are actually pretty good. When you do get the ones from, like, say even from Michael's, because I've gotten some of those and I just haven't made them yet, is that you could find that when you're using the circular just evergreen wreaths and you're adding mesh as like a swag, because if you've squished them into like a linear shape, more of like an oval shape, the pine like twist ties are really short, so you just may not be able to twist them and not have to reopen them. So so we're gonna see how this works out. I am putting myself out there as a guinea pig on Facebook tonight. So I don't even know how this is going to turn out, but we shall see. And it's kind of different because you don't have like your set twist ties or pipe cleaners that you know where you're going to go place your pipe cleaners at. You're just kind of honking it around to see, alright, will it look good there? Will it look good here? How far apart should it be? So I'm just trying to make sure my mesh kind of stays the way I want it to be. I'm not measuring, but I bet you if I did measure, it's probably somewhere around the vicinity of like a 10-inch poof. I'm just trying to find the right twist tie here. And trust me, it's going to look ugly at first, okay? And my only prayer is that it won't look ugly at the end. Hey, Brenda. I know, don't you guys love the owl? That owl was so stinking cute. And wait until you see, I have a turkey that we'll be doing. I just haven't figured out what I'm going to do with them exactly yet, because I kind of don't want to do a door hanger. I wanted to do more of like a centerpiece. So I've been trying to find the right base for him. But he is adorable. I will tell you that. Adorable. Like, I can't even say adorable enough. So we may use a little more than half of this mesh on here, but I doubt it. Just because this is a little bit longer than than obviously a 2-foot swag if we were to have made it. So I'm going to make one more smaller little poof here, because then I'm going to make one poof that comes, push this down, I'm going to make one poof that comes down here, and then, so the poof is going to come down, and then it's going to come right back up this way. And then what I was thinking was we were going to weave in some of these spots, like either 1 or 2 of those rolls of fabric ribbon there. So at the end here, I'm just trying to find the right twist tie here. There we go. Okay. So at the bottom, we're going to make a poof. Now you guys know me. I'm not the Deco Mesh Queen, by all means. I'm going to turn this guy around now because for me, it's just easier if I work back up this way. Okay. So we're going to make a poof. Okay. I don't really care if this evergreen is going to stay at the bottom or not. So what I'm actually going to do is probably use it to hold down my tie where I want it. Actually, this one's going to go down this way. And this one's going to come up. Okay. So just trying to convince my mesh to go the way I want it to go. Alright. So guys, I don't even barely sometimes know what day of the week it is this week. It's been a pretty eventful week. So I don't know if some of you guys saw my post. So started off my vacation week with my husband's truck got broken into in our driveway. Just happened to smash out his driver's side window, but I think our dogs possibly scared them away from doing any more damage. Unfortunately, when the police came by, they did say that there have been at least 6 to 7 break-ins within the area within the past 7 days for our town and where our particular part of the town. And they think they have got it nailed down to like a potential person, but they just have not been able to catch him yet. So, hey, great. That was the indication of how my week was going to start off for vacation week. Oh, my son has not been getting 100% better yet after weeks of being sick, seems like. To some people it may just be mild, but you know, poor kid is constantly coughing up a lung. And definitely has asthma, but just have not been able to control whatever he has yet. So we've been dealing with that. Mommy's been going to the doctor too. Pretty soon Mommy's going to be at the head doctor. for a psych evaluation. If no one starts to feel better. So again, guys, I'm just finding the right ties to twist the mesh on. Alright? And I know it looks weird right now, but again, this is totally not ready yet. Okay? So we're just building up our base. Alright? So don't worry yet. Okay, goodness. This piece wants to get stuck on the base and not turn. The only part with working with evergreens is those little needles will just pull at everything, seems like. So I'm just going to bring this one right back up to the beginning here. It may look a little longer than it needs to be, but again, I'm not worried about it. And you know what? What I'll probably do is just cut this off right down here. Scissors. Hi, Diane from Texas. Diane, how's your weather? I've heard a lot of Texas friends having issues with some scary weather. I hope you are doing well over there. So this one, I'm just going to bring this right back around and just kind of try and hide it in the middle here. Alright. Somewhere there's a twist tie over here. I might even open this one back up again. Not that I need to, but it's in a good spot to hide it. Alright. You won't see that, so don't worry about it. Alright, so now, I don't know if I really want this one, even though my owl does have that lighter color. I think I might just stay with the orange and the chocolate. I think that's what I'm going to do. We already have some lighter colors in our ribbon. That will be a really nice accent. So I think for this one I'm going to hold off on the fall colored thick ribbon there. I think I'm going to use these two. And I think what I'm going to do is put the orange first. And then I can overlap with this chocolate because the chocolate is a little more see-through and the orange is a solid. So it almost feels like just like a fabric ribbon. So this was, guys, if you ever really want good deals, you got to go at the end of a season and check out your shops. And see what they have, but you gotta go right away because it just gets eaten up. And see, check out this roll. So, you know, this is my pet peeve when you get a roll and it has no end. Oh, hate it. But when it's like 75% off, you get it. So, unfortunately, this poor little guy has no head or tail, whatever one you want to refer it to. So I'm not even going to cut the end of this because I'll just fold this in, kind of ruffle this in. And what I think I'm going to do is kind of weave this around my mesh. This may or may not work, so we'll see. And then we'll go from there. This is going to be a little different than I think what you guys have seen before for swags. So I'm kind of just making this up as we go. As far as what, not really making it up, but as far as the design goes, I don't really have anything tailored out to show you what it's going to definitely look like. So I'm just finding some evergreen needles to stick this into. as far as the ribbon goes. Okay, and just kind of poofing it out. This has a very, very slight wired edging to it, and I wouldn't even call it like a wire. It's more like just like that stiff, like thick plastic. I wouldn't even call it like, it's not string and it's not wire, but it just kind of gives it like a shape. So you won't really be able to 100% bend it, but the good thing about when using the evergreen needles is that, so if you stick this on the evergreen needle, it's going to make an automatic poof for you. So you won't have to technically worry about it. So what I think I'm going to do is go down the bottom with this, and I think I'm going to throw this on the floor. Oh, I forgot about this guy. So this, I have enough of this roll to make another evergreen swag with, which is awesome because I do have some fall stuff that I just bought at one of the big box shops. So I'll be using this to make another swag with. So that's pretty cool. You can get 2 out of 1. If you use the Michaels evergreen just wreath bases and squish them, I think you could probably get 3 out of those because they're smaller. So they would probably only squish into like a size of like a 24-inch size. So these I'm going to be a little more careful about not making them so big, because then it's just going to look really off kilter, and we don't want our wreath to look off kilter. We just want it to look pretty. So, and I feel like you guys probably can't see if I'm going this way, so I'm going to turn this around and make us go the other way. Might be easier for you to see. Might be easier for you to see if I go this way. So I'm sticking the orange. This looks like a burnt orange color. You know, that nice fall burnt orange color. And just making sure it's fluffy. And I can stick some of my ties straight up in the air to hold them up. So I'm just going to stick another one down here. Kind of on the side. I'm going to the side of the mesh. And so I'm just trying to find the right spot, sweet spot. Call it the sweet spot. To tie this puppy in. Here it goes. Like I said, you have enough twist ties, but just sometimes trying to find the right one is the task at hand. Alright, so I think I'm going to hop behind this one and go right here as like almost like a wrap. Just try and pinch this without making it look really tight. And then I'm definitely going to have to reopen this tie just because this is the only one in the really good spot. Okay. And so now we're going to go back down this way. I'll flip it over again. So now we're at the bottom and just coming right back up. I'm going to put this on the floor. And just trying to make a nice little presentable poof of our fabric ribbon here. fighting with it to go under this poof because the poof wants to like be like, no, I'm in charge and this is my space. This is like my spot. You can't share. So I may have to come back and fix this one because it's being a little annoyed. Alright. And I think I'm going to use a different bottom tie on this one, but possibly the same top tie. Alright. So just a few more and we'll be back up at the top again. I like the burnt orange color for the fall. It's not like a bright orange like you'd see in the summer. There we go. That one's better. So who else has been contemplating doing a swag? Anybody? And what has been the reason you haven't tried it? Mine has just been sheer intimidation. But if you don't do it, you just, like, I don't know. You never jump in and do it, I guess. It's like when I started doing florals, I was like, yeah, I probably can't do a floral to save my life, but now I kind of like doing them. Who knows if anybody likes them, but that's a whole nother story. I guess some people can't hate them. I know I've sold a couple, so. And the other ones that I do have aren't even listed yet. I'm behind on a lot of things. A lot of things. Hi, Carol. First time watching. And Antoinette from San Bernardino, California. My goodness, welcome. We are in Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Welcome, 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 everyone. I love seeing people from all the way across the country. It's awesome. We have finally been having good weather here. This week, thankfully, on my vacation week, has been like, oh, finally, the sun has come out. I gotta move this around, guys, because you're not probably seeing a darn thing. Yeah. So the weather has finally started to cooperate. My son has had a great time going to the playground with me every day, basically. We just have so many in the area to choose from that I don't think we're ever going to really bother to get one of those in our backyard. Those things are pretty pricey. I looked at getting one and it's like almost like $600 for the cheapest one, and you got to put it all together yourself, and that takes eons. And then once your kids grow up, you're stuck with it in your yard. Who's going to play with it? I've seen some people trying to sell them. But it's like you got to come to their house and uninstall it from their ground yourself. And I'm like, no thanks. If I got to take it apart, I'm not putting it back together again. I'll do one, not the other. Not both, I should say. So I think I have enough in this roll for probably another one as well. And then the chocolate one, I think what we're going to do is, I think we're going to probably need to get some other mesh. And I may not have matching mesh right now, because we're probably going to need to do some ruffles I don't think I have any brown mesh, but you know what we could do? Aha! You know what? Instead of using this down the center, I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to use this as ruffles. Even though it's really not mesh, but I think it'll work. So, let's put this aside where it's not going to unravel somewhere. So let's stick this down first before I lose it. Is that a Christmas swag? No, this is actually a fall swag. I've done one Christmas one so far, to be honest with you. Just because I had this star sitting in my design room for a good while. And I just had to get it out of my way. And I actually haven't finished it yet because I just finally, the other day, found a black placemat to apply the backing to it. So I think what we're gonna do, let's see if this will work. Let's move this aside for a second, just because we need to put in some. I need to put in some kind of ruffles or something to just start covering up a lot of the evergreens that are still left and add some different color. But I don't think I have any. Oh, you know what? Shoot, I do have some chocolate mesh, but it's not as pretty. It's flat. So it's not shiny and glittery. Look how much glitter. Can you see that? And it's like a woven kind of ribbon. So I think we're going to try and use that. If that doesn't work, then I might have to run out to the storage section right over there and grab the brown, but the chocolate, but we'll try this out. Let's move our little owl so he doesn't take a hit. Oh, and I brought these leaves out as well, these fall leaves that came on a big bushel, that if we needed to add them in anywhere, we could. Alright, so let's move this guy over. That's what I was doing. Don't fall off the chair. Let's just move this over. Oh, where'd this elastic come from? Who knows? Alright, let's see if we can make little ruffles with this. So, maybe like 20 inches. Let's see if we scoop that up. I'm just going to see if that's long enough and what that would look like. Oh yeah, that won't be too bad. Let's do that. Like I told you guys, nothing was really planned other than I wanted to do a swag and I wanted to use the owl. This is totally not mesh though. This is ribbon. But we're going to do it. So we're cutting some 20-inch pieces. I think we're going to cut, let's see, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 maybe. So 10 of them. I'm going to try and put these here because I really don't want them to get on my keyboard and get glitter all over my computer. They don't have to be exact. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops. 9. Can you guys already see the glitter everywhere? I'll be vacuuming before I go to bed tonight. So this definitely ate up a lot of my roll. This was, yeah, so definitely 7.5 inches wide, 18-foot roll, so it's not very big. I bought it more so for bows, but obviously that's not what we're using it for. Wow, look at all this glitter. It's like we could scoop it up and make a tumbler with it. The burnt orange, Karen, is actually a ribbon, fabric ribbon roll. So it's by Celebrate It. I honestly think I got this at the end of last season. Possibly Michael's. Possibly Michael's. It's not a very big roll, and look, so I was mentioning before, it was definitely on like a clearance rack, but there was nothing wrong with it. It's just people didn't want it. I don't know why. So I scooped it up for cheap because they sell these rolls usually for $15 a piece. So you gotta scoop it up when it comes on clearance. You just gotta dig all through those clearance bins because they just hide stuff in there. I decided to go against using this roll tonight, but I'll use this for another one. And so these are actually fabric ribbon rolls, and then this is not mesh. This is not a deco mesh piece, but it's like an aerated ribbon. So what we're going to use this as a faux deco mesh piece. Look at this. I don't even have enough space for this humongous thing over here. So I'm going to move this over because this snags onto everything just like a deco mesh piece would. I'm trying to leave everything close by or I'd move it even further. But so I'm just going to move my hands in just like as if I was doing a regular ruffle. I'm going to fold these ends in too. And it's okay that it's not 10 inches wide or anything like that. It's just to give you a little pop of something here. So if you can see that, see how that adds a little different dimension, that chocolate brown, but it's shiny and shimmery, and so is this deco mesh. So that's why I wanted to add this one in. So this one I'm going to undo this twist tie from the orange and sneak this guy right in there. Okay. I think I almost lost the twist tie. So you just want to fan them out. Okay. See how that adds another little layer of color there? Alright, so we'll keep going. Where did you get your supplies for this swag? So I think I just went over where the ribbon rolls came from. So these were prior season from Michael's, I believe. And I think it was like a hit or miss kind of thing. I don't think every single Michael's had them because I just happened to be in a different area in another town, and anytime I'm like near a craft shop, did I say shop? Shop. That I don't usually go to because it's somewhere different. I'm going to start from down here. I just tend to stop in just because if you go to different areas, they carry different things. So I like to see what other areas have that are different. And these happen to be on the clearance rack, and I know for sure at the Michael's near me, they did not have any. So I scooped them up. The deco mesh came from Craft Outlet. And the swags, I can let you know if you need any. You can message me. I have extras, but they came from a supplier of mine, so I ordered a lot just to keep in my stock inventory. I wasn't planning to sell a bunch, but they have not been out really, like the good ones have not come out yet, I've found on a lot of supply sites. And the ones that I have seen that are out are like $30 a piece and not really my style. So I saw these and I said, I like them. I like them. I'm going to get them. So I did buy a ton extra, actually. So you can message me if you need a swag base, and I can work with you on getting a base. So see how I'm just kind of alternating the ruffles here? Hopefully we're starting to come together. There's only 10 of these, so this won't take too long. And then I didn't cut any ribbons out because, to be honest with you, I just pulled out the ones that I think matched. I don't have a ton of my gold stuff out yet because a lot of it's been packed away for Christmas. I only kept a few of them out that were kind of universal in holiday application. So we'll see what we use for ribbons, because I am going to make 2 bows, and I am going to finish this wreath tonight. I have like 3 wreaths that aren't finished because, one, I need to drink some more wine to finish and have enough patience for. I don't think I'll be doing another rope wrap wreath because it just takes a lot of patience, for which I don't have right now. It was a nautical themed wreath, and I wrapped it with a lot of nautical looking rope, and it's looking beautiful, but I had to just set it aside for sanity's sake. That's okay, Joanne. Don't worry about it. Thank you anyways. Right, Karen? See, even within your own city, different Michaels carry different things. Yeah, it's, I definitely think they do some kind of material census where, you know, they see which areas are buying up more of, you know, certain things. Like my Joann's here locally does not carry any deco mesh whatsoever. And they just very recently started carrying some burlap. Like just recently. Like I would say within the past couple of weeks, because I'm in there pretty often. Which is kind of sad sometimes, but I get it. They're not going to stock material that they don't sell very well in certain areas. It's just sad for me because I don't sell just locally, so unfortunately I got to go a little further away to find my materials that, you know, not just the local yokels like, so there's nothing wrong with the local yokels, but if they don't like certain things, that's okay. Other people in parts of other parts of the country like them, right? Oh, thank you, Karen. Yeah, we're trying to get there. We're trying to get there to looking good. Like I said, it's going to look ugly at first, so don't get scared. But we're going to cover all this up, and you probably won't even know that there's an evergreen base underneath. I mean, that's the goal. That's the goal. And my ruffle has decided to jump ship on me here. So I'm loving this, even though it's not deco mesh, but I'm loving this chocolate brown color to add. Oh, my ruffle is just abandoning ship here. Hold on. I didn't pinch it good enough. So let's just, the reason I'm opening up these ties is because these are in some really good spots. So otherwise, you probably have some ties on an evergreen base, you know, that you could already use without having to undo your ties. Alright, am I missing anybody's comments? No. So what does everyone have planned for this Memorial Day weekend? Anything good? Barbecues, parades? Do you have veterans in your family that you're doing something special for? Gosh, I've been trying to get a wreath over to my friend whose son was in the Marines. Just have not been able to touch base with her. I'm going to leave this up for now. So some of these pieces will stick up, but you know what? I'm not going to hide them until the very end because we may need them to just attach something else with. So just trying to find where this one's going to go. And this one's going to go right over here on the side. So see how it's like a pretty golden, yellow, orange, brown. It has streaks of brown right through this mesh, the 21-inch mesh that we used. Okay. And this one, actually the evergreen pine needles are longer than what you would get on a base if you're using a base that's a round base and squishing it. So in the end, we'll just see if there's anything sticking out, then we'll just fold it under and hide it. So we only have 3 more ruffles to put in, and then we're going to work on attaching our owl. That will be fun. Not really. We're going to think positive though. Oh, wreath attachments are always like, I don't know, sometimes a joke. Because if you don't laugh, you may just cry. You may just cry if it doesn't work. That's why I say it's a joke. Okay, so we have 2 more. Just going to take a quick thirsty break. And on these, I'm just folding the ends over, or under, I should say. This isn't the most perfect material for ruffling, but we're going to make do, because this is what we have at hand. And I think it goes very nicely. So let's move this down here now so you can see better. Whoops, we're knocking ribbon over. Knocking some ribbon over. We're going to put this one right up towards the top here. And smush this guy right in there. There we go. And then open it up so that it looks like a big old fan in there. I had this, I went to one of our, in a neighboring town, I went to one of the dollar stores, and I forget what I was in there for, but of course, I always walk by the craft stuff just to see what they have. And I don't know, it just caught my eye. Have you guys ever seen like those handheld fans? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like you can, they look like they can accordion out and you just fan yourself, and they have like designs on them. They're mostly made of like metal not metal, excuse me, plastic handle type fans, but I don't know, they were just kind of really cute that I was like, you know what? We have to do something with these. So, I don't know, I've been toying around with the idea, going back and getting some and possibly making something out of it. So, possibly stay tuned. Possibly stay tuned for that, because I was like, oh, that could be really cute. I just, I haven't put the full design idea in my head yet, so. Alright, so this is what we have so far. This is the top. Top here, bottom here. Alright, so see how full this is already getting? And we haven't even added our owl yet. Alright, so we started off with a pretty flat, measly looking base, right? So just want to see where I want to put this guy. So I think I want to put him here, because I think our bow is going to go here, and then it's going to be a long bow. Like, we're going to have long tails. And then we're going to have another bow up here. But we're going to have tails all in between here. Alright? So let's attach this guy first. Isn't he the darndest little thing? So cute. So I'm just trying to make sure there's nothing else that's going to kind of come popping off as I touch him. And I don't think he needs this jute cord here. Oh, did I not take the tag off? Oh, this was from something else. I think I'm just going to cut this off. I was going to see if I could hide it, but I think it's going to be worse if I try and hide it. Alright, so those little extra pieces you can just push right back down in there. Alright, we're going to get this out of the way because we don't need to have any sliced fingers on the live. I almost got gold wire the other day, and then I said, oh no, maybe not. And now I'm regretting I didn't. So I'm going to take this silver wire and probably hate myself for not having attached this beforehand. I think I'm going to take a pretty long piece. It's probably going to be about 30 inches long or so. And I'm going to do, let's see. Oh, shoot. I'm going to need to do 3 pieces, not 2. I thought maybe I could squeeze in one here, but that's going to be a little rough on our little owl friend. So we'll do 3 pieces, unfortunately. I'll be sweating up a storm by the time I'm done attaching this owl. You know, maybe we might make our bows first. Because let's put myself in a nice happy place before I touch this owl. I think we might make some bows first. Goodness, I think I need some new wire cutters. This wire's pretty thick. So the reason I'm taking 3 pieces, I'll show you in a second, is because I can definitely put one here, but I'm not going to be able to put one like right across his head. There's too much glued action going on here that I can't sneak through. So unfortunately I'm going to have to put one here and probably here, and that way it will at least help him from not swiveling back and forth on the swag either. So I do think we're going to make 2 bows first. because getting this on is going to require some patience, and I need to be in a happy place first. Not that I'm there, not in a happy place now, but I think we need to mentally prepare for that. Sparkly tulle to make some ruffles. You know, that's not a bad idea. I would just say be careful with the tulle. And the only reason I'm saying be careful is because it may just not provide you with enough coverage depending on how you make it with, like, is it going to be a ruffle or is it going to be a poof? How much coverage, because is it going to still be really see-through? So like if you have like a white tulle or something like that. So that's the only thing I would say. Tulle would possibly definitely work, especially even just for ruffles. But if you're trying to make it for a coverage section, I don't know how well that will work. So we're just going to put this guy right behind us for a second here. And what I'm going to get out is my favorite Easy Bow Maker. You know, I'm toying with it, but I mean, this is way bigger than like a 4-inch ribbon, so possibly not. I was just toying with possibly even using this for our bow, but that might look a little ridiculous, so we'll stick to the plan. Alright, anyways, so we got acorns, we've got a plaid, we've got maple leaves with a little bit of shine, we've got these other autumn leaves, we've got this orangey shimmery, which I think is a little see-through, we've got this like, what do they call this? It's not like, oh, I guess it's like a bronze, but I think the name escapes me. And then we've got this other one here that's like a cream with orange and shiny. So I'm probably going to move you guys in a little bit closer for the bow part. And let me move over so you guys can see. And maybe what I might do is turn this way for you guys to see. How's that? Is that better? So you guys can see this way. Alright, so what are we going to start with first? Let's think about that. Maybe what we're going to start with first is this one. So I want to start with my 2.5 inches first. I'm trying to find the pin in here. Knew there was a pin somewhere. So here, I'm going to be doing this bow to the side, so bear with me. So the top one, we don't really need long tails. So let's see. I just need my ruler, What happened to my big ruler? Uh-oh. Here it is. Hiding in my paintbrushes. Let's see. Probably... Well, let's do 8-inch tails, at least. Or maybe even longer. Let's do 8, 9, 10 maybe? Let's do 10-inch tails. So we're just going to pinch this. Okay, and this ribbon you have to be careful with because it's really like a sewn together, not sewn, but it's like an interface glue almost with 2 different kind of ribbons. So you want to just be gentle and not tug on it too much or you'll rip the ribbons apart from one another. Okay. So we're going to put this guy facing down, and then when he comes in, we're going to twist it so that the ugly side comes up. I hate hair on the, and we're going to use probably a 6-inch bow here. So we're going to come to the 6, hold that down, we're going to pinch this in, and come back this way. Okay. So this is called the Easy Bow Maker, and you can go online and Google for them if you want. don't really know if some of my friends' shops still have them, but you can check out Casey from Lemon Drop Wreath Shop. Had been selling them. I don't know if she has any left or if she's sold out. Or you can check online. So this one I'm probably going to make just one loop. I know I usually start with 2, but I'm actually going to start with just 1. Because I'm not a big fan of this ribbon. So this one's not going to get a big showing. So I'll just come to the bottom here. Oops, did I not twist this back up again here? Nope, I didn't. Sorry. You always want the pretty side up. So just kind of cut that right around the same length there. I usually do 2 loops on each side of the bottom one, but try something different tonight. After all, we're doing a swag the first time. So I think now what I'm going to use is this one. It's like a fall plaid. It's got like these reds, right? Those are so much more fun. You have more scratches on your hands from attaching signs. I get you. I get you. Trust me. Well, it's just, I almost have like, what do you call it? Like fears of, or, what do you call it? Like back, it's not a backlash, it's a back something. What are those things called that you like, a backflash, that's what it is, a backflash. The word was escaping me. Not too hard of a word to remember, but I was having these backflashes to the butterfly sign that was made from the same material that I was like, oh, I was creating my own hot flash or something, I don't know, in my body that was telling me, no, don't do it yet, just make a bow first. So this one I'm going to go just slightly under the 6 to make 2 loops on each side. Okay. And when you guys get the hang of this bow, then I'm going to turn around for our second bow. I'm going to turn around towards me, and then we'll just call out the shots as we keep going, just so that we can get done a little faster. But this is for people that may not see it. So again, every time we're coming back in through these dowels, we're going to twist to show a different side of the ribbon facing up. Okay? So again, just argue with your tails to go where they need to go. So I'm just going right under the 6-inch line there. Not a lot of this ribbon in this roll. And I have no idea where this ribbon came from. Sometimes I'm just in places and I see really cute ribbon and I grab it, not even realizing where it's from. It doesn't look like a big box shop name, and then I would remember. So, sorry I can't tell you where this one's from. Just under the 6. And I'm sorry if my arm is in the way, but I'm really trying to be able to give you a better picture of what's going on here. So this time I don't have to twist when I'm going through the dowel because we had an even number of loops. So I'm facing the right way for my tail. Okay. totally not enough ribbon left in here. Look how much ribbon we have left in this one. That's not good. This won't be used again. I guess we're not doing tails with this one. Well then, I don't even know where this came from. Who knows? Let's see. Then I think we might do this one. Let's do this one. This one's cute. It has acorns. I don't even know what owls eat. What do owls eat? Bugs? Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, it has pumpkins. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't really want pumpkins on there. Oh, this one has pumpkins too. Ah, shoot. Alright, well, it's not really that noticeable. We'll go with it. I didn't really want pumpkins on there. I just kind of wanted it to be fall, but without pumpkins. Alright, we'll start on this side this time. There's only going to be one loop of this one. So we're going to twist this way. I didn't even put the thing on the darn dowel. And we're going to go smaller on this side. This ribbon's definitely not the most cooperative of the bunch. I can say that. Well, it just adds at least another pop of orange, so we'll leave it in there. I didn't realize it had pumpkins on it. Obviously hadn't used this one yet before. If you ever question if you have the right length to your loops, oh my goodness, this ribbon, stay, stay. You can just kind of bend up. Oh, look at that. Totally, this one's like an inch taller. Hello. So let's just borrow some from the other side. There we go. That was a good example. Alright, so we're just going to bring this one down right around here. Cut that off. Bring that over. And I think what we're going to use next is these maple leaves. I think these are, this one's so pretty. Oops. Oops. Taking the whole bowl with me. I don't know how much of this one we have. I'm going to make the top bow like really nice and fluffy. So we're going to add in these bigger loops than I think we'll add at the bottom in the 2.5 inch. So these are all 2.5 inch ribbons right now that I've put in so far. And I think on this one, what I'm gonna do, I think I have enough. Yeah, because I have another roll of this. We're going to make 5 loops all together. So let's put this one up here. Got one down here. So now let's just come back this way. One side is going to have 2 loops. And one side is going to have 3. And that's right, folks. I said 3. We're getting a little crazy today. We've got a owl, we've got a swag, we might as well. Oh, don't tell me I can't get 3 out of here. Oh, no, no, no. No. Alright, we're going to have to use another ribbon to do 3. It's going to have to be our 1.5 inch one. I do have another roll of this, but I want to make sure I have enough for my tails as well. Oh, that stinks. Alright, we'll show you the 3 loops on another ribbon. Darn it! Look how pretty that ribbon is. It's like a really thick linen too. I love linen ribbons. Wow, we're just eating up all the ribbon tonight. That's alright. Every time you empty a roll, I've heard the saying is that you need to, or that is sufficient reason to buy a new roll. I think there's enough in this one to do, let's see. I think we'll do 1 on this. We'll save this one, and then we'll just do an accent. So let's do 1 loop here. I was going to do an extra loop here. Let's see if we can. Just so that it adds a little more coverage for the spot that it hangs. Like the base of this swag. Is this going to be enough? No, this isn't going to be enough, so it's only going to be 1. 1 on each side. Darn it. We can't even make this our bottom bow because our bottom bow, the tails are going to have to be longer. Okay. Let's come down here with that. This looks off. Well, it's not too off. Just bring that in a smidge. Okay. These are all our tails. And our accent. I'm going to use this one instead of this one just because I like this one. How's that for an answer? Just because I like this one. How long of a piece do we have here? Let's see. 20 inches. So we're going to cut this at the 10-inch mark. And maybe we can use this for a couple of tails. That's what we'll do with that. Hi Peggy, first time watching. How are you? We're just having a little ribbon fun before before we tackle trying to attach our swag attachment. That's all. Just to get us into the right state of mind. Otherwise. And if anyone's new here, my name is Kathy. I'm from Santa Marta Designs. So I apologize for not reintroducing myself yet. If you do want to be notified of when I'm live with tutorials, there is a little button on the front of my business page that you can go to for that, or you can just type in the word like alert in the comment section. My Facebook assistant will send you a message through Facebook Messenger, and you just have to type that word in again. in the response comment section and follow the instructions, and it's really just like a click here or click there, and you should be on the list. Oops, I went on the wrong side. So I'm just grabbing a zip tie, a big zip tie. I like using zip ties. Some people like using pipe cleaners. Some people like pulling off the ribbon right off your bow maker before you put the zip tie or pipe cleaner on. I don't have really strong hands, so I don't trust myself to be able to hold the ribbon once it comes off the bow maker. So I'm just moving my pipe cleaner to where that dent from the dowels was. Just moving it over ever so gently. And then here, before you tighten it up, you don't have to fluff it up. I'm just trying to, I'm not really fluffing to be able to make it look pretty. I'm just kind of trying to fluff it to see if my loops look like they're even. This accent tail is going to come down here. So things look pretty even, Steven. So I'm going to bring this zip tie right to the back of this guy here. Okay? And I'm going to just loosely set him down. I'm going to grab another piece of wire. You know, maybe like 20 inches long or so. I am doing well. I am doing well. I hope everyone here is doing well. I usually am only on live on Facebook Monday and Thursday nights. I'm going to actually be adding a day in there on YouTube, just to let you guys know, give you a heads up. And I really do need to set up my celebration live for our business milestones that we've got here at Santa Marta Design. So I'll be setting them up. I'm probably about like 6 weeks behind on that, just because I actually just need to sit down with some training material to set that up. And fortunately and unfortunately, I've just had a lot of personal and business things going on at the same time that haven't allowed for me to sit down on that training material. Like I'm way behind on my just actual product update for sale that I haven't even listed yet, unfortunately. Taken all the pictures, written up the descriptions, and I just haven't had the chance to sit at the actual computer to do stuff. So, hopefully, soon all that will be done. Alright, so that's one bow. It looks like a real flat Stanley bow right now, but don't worry. We will bring this guy back to life. Alright, so let's set that bow aside, and I think what we're actually going to do is, instead of doing both bows right now, let's attach this top bow, and let's attach the owl, so that way we can get a sense of, where am I going to put this right now? Right there. So that way we can get a sense of how much more of another bow that we need. Look at this, 3 rolls of ribbon emptied today, just now. 3 more new rolls of ribbon I get to buy. Oh, hey Kathleen. Alright, so we need a little bit of a Gatorade break. You know, if Gatorade ever wanted me to sponsor, help advertise for them, I'd be happy to. I think that's a lot of what I drink lately. Alright, I'm looking for my little owl guy. There he is. So we're going to put this guy on first. And we're going to put these here for a minute without stabbing anybody. I usually stab myself with some kind of wire every time this happens. So I'm trying to find a good spot that I feel like he's going to be in. So let's come here with our bow. And obviously these tails won't be in his face when we're done with them. But that just shows that our little owl guy can probably move down a little bit, because that way we won't have to cut a lot of this off. And see how there's still empty spaces here? So these empty spaces, I need to bring you guys back up a little bit. Sorry. Oops, there's too many things on my computer for it to realize what I want to do. Alright, so let me bring you guys back up into the sky here. Alright, so there's still some empty spaces here, so don't worry about that, because we have ribbon tails to still put in here, and we still possibly may add some flowers or some of these autumn leaves. Okay, I think they look like autumn leaves. That's what I'm calling them. So don't worry about empty spaces. I'm just looking so that if we made these beautiful 10-inch tails, I don't want to be cutting them down to like 6 inches just in order to make my owl go up when he doesn't really need to be that far up. So I think right here is still perfect, and it's actually even better because he's sitting right on top of these loops here and sitting right on top of like the ruffles, so that just provides extra support for him to not sink down. This base is going to be super high, so my owl, oops, wrong end. My owl, once we get him attached, this is probably going to be like close to 8 inches high, so it's probably like 7 3/4. At the bow, you're probably talking like 10 inches high once we put the bow on. So this is not meant to go between a screen door and a door. Just letting you know, guys. Okay, this is one that you want to proudly display on your door without smashing it. So I'm looking for my little glue gun. That's what I was looking for. Yes, I like my baby glue gun. My owl is from Joann's fabric. So the way I'm going to attach my owl is, actually, you know what? I might work on the 2 side pieces first. So there are little spaces in between all these little wood shavings that basically they cut out a little section of the styrofoam, and this is just a styrofoam back. They just applied on this one they applied a paper backing to cover the styrofoam, which is nice because not a lot of them do that. So if you just weave in through here your wire, you can basically get right through the wood shavings, because here's my other end of my wire already, and you can't even see it in between there, okay? But the whole thing with that is that when you pull tight, you have to be careful because you don't want to cause the wire to cut right through your styrofoam, obviously, because that could happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some hot glue here to the spaces where the wire is going to sneak through. And the reason being, make sure I didn't lose my spot here. The reason being is because I want to make sure that the hot glue provides like a little barrier. I burned my finger here. It provides a little barrier for the wire to not cut through right through the styrofoam. All right. Now you can add the glue afterwards, because when you pull it through, the glue will partially come through on the wire. That's okay. I'm just trying to get some of the glue off that came right through onto this wood shaving here. People call it wood curls, wood shavings. I think at first I was calling them wood chips, but I guess that wasn't really proper. I don't want to offend anybody in the wood community. So I'm definitely still going to add some more glue afterwards. Because see, a lot of it did come out on my wire, which is okay. Because this is, when you put hot glue on wire, it comes off. So don't worry about that. I just wanted to add a layer of protection there. So just go back in. And yeah, you're going to have a lot of glue webs at first. Sometimes you can't even find your wire. And sometimes you need more glue sticks. There we go. So let's see where our wire is. So actually on this one, what I'm going to do, now that I have it basically, I mean the wire is not totally even, but so I'm going to come through here, and before I twist tie this down, I'm definitely going to add some glue here underneath the wire, because again this is probably going to be again another one of our tightest spots here. Kind of cool that down so it hardens up a little bit. See if I can move you guys in a little bit closer to see. So I'm just on this side here, and it's starting to get a little tacky. So I'm just going to go ahead and start twisting that. And again, the reason why I'm putting the glue is so that it provides a little bit of a layer of protection from cutting right through my styrofoam and basically beheading our owl here. Yeah, it's still a little too tacky to turn him over and lay him on anything, but so we'll be careful. We'll just come on this side and add a little more glue to our spots that we see our wire coming out of. There we go. You know it's kind of hard to see on camera because we're in tight quarters there. Alright, so that's one side of our owl. So we're just basically going to do the same thing on the other side. And on this one, I think what I'm going to do is weave this in before I put my glue, because this side is a little tighter. Or actually, you know what? Well, I don't want to go down any further. The reason why I'm not going down any further is because there's these sticks coming out. So if I get too close to the sticks, I run a slight risk when I tighten this up that I'll start causing too much pressure to pop those sticks right out of where they're glued in from. So I'm just weaving this in through those wood shavings. Right down to the base. Trying. This one's being stubborn. Come on. Get in there. Come on. cooperate, please. Alright, so this one I'm going to just pull up a little bit further because I think I can get in there. So just whacked myself with a wire in the face. And get in there sufficient enough to just lay this down, I think, without causing the styrofoam too much heartburn. So now, oh, you guys can't even see. I'm totally holding this up out of your view. Just yell at me. So I'm just adding some more glue. And basically all I'm going to do is pull that down for a wee minute. A wee little minute. Oh, thank you, Linda. So then I'm going to add a line of glue here. Tighten this guy up. A little bit. Okay. 3 is what we need. We've got 2. 2 out of the way. I'm just taking these big glue things out of the way before they get stuck on my swag. Then I'll be mad. Then I'll be mad. And then this one, I'm going to come right through the bottom. So right through this bottom here. At least we're going to try. And come right through the bottom. Sometimes it just helps if you curve your wire the shape of your styrofoam. So like my styrofoam is curved. So I just curve my wire so that way once I get it over the edge, it's going to come right back down instead of popping up and start pinning against something else. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so I'm just kind of holding this still up in the air a little bit because the other part is not 100% dry. And again, guys, sorry, this is not my usual night to go live. But it's just been an unpredictable week. And sometimes when it's unpredictable, you need to just change what your plans were and make things work. So I'm just going to go to the back here. Be careful when you're swinging your wires around. I think I've just whacked myself twice now in the face. Just as a little wake-up call, I guess. Just swirling my wire around in the glue so that way it makes a nice little home in there. Instead of making a nice little home cutting through my styrofoam. While I'm holding that, I'm going to take a little Gatorade break. I don't think I talk so much all day. I even need to drink that much all day until I get talking about business stuff here. Alright, so same thing for this glue. This is still really wet, obviously. going to just gently start turning this because we don't have a ton of time to wait on it. Okay. So we are going to give that a minute to just kind of set in. So this is going to be fantastic. We have 3, count them, 3 spots on this owl to push through our swag and our material and wrap it around our swag and not cuss. Then we've got 1 on our bow. Oh boy. Alright, still a little tacky here. Come on, glue. Come on, glue. Alright, so I think we're going to spin this guy over. And I think where we wanted him was right there. Let's just double check. Yep, right around there. Okay, let's take this guy off. And let's attach his bum first. So, I'm going to try and push right through our ruffle material, probably. Or actually, if I can sneak behind our ruffle, I might be able to sneak behind our ruffle. This is really hard to see, so I'm going to explain it. I'm going to sneak behind our ruffle, bring it right back against our base of our evergreen swag. So again, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to sneak it right behind our ruffle, our chocolate ruffle. This one, I have the poof right in there, so I'm going to poke it right through the poof, but close to the middle of the swag. Just trying to feel for the wire I poke through, which I got it. And so now I've got it basically right up against the base here. And so I'm going to flip this guy over without killing him here. You just got to be careful with the wood. So see here, I'm on either side of the base now. Okay. So now that I'm there, I can really tighten that up. Okay, I'm going to give it, I don't know, at least 10 good turns here. But that's not it, because I'm going to leave this alone because I'm going to finish this off after you guys get off. But after this, I'm going to then take this, cut it off, but I'm going to hide it right back up into the evergreen base. So you won't see anything back here. Okay, so this whole part and these extra pieces here, so this is the length of the wire here. I don't know if you can see that up against the orange. So I'm going to cut this off probably up here, tie it off. So what I'll do is actually tie this off in a knot. It doesn't really make a difference, but I like to do that for some of these sometimes that are just a little bit more delicate. So I will then cut that, put it right underneath the swag, or back into the base that we've been building, okay? So his bum is secure. See, the whole swag starts moving up. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring one of these wires right behind the chocolate ruffle on one side of the base. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this wire, and I need to get over to the other side of the base, so I'm going to have to go through, poke through my mesh, And you're poking through your mesh. Be careful, because I know you're feeling for the wire. Don't poke yourself with the wire. Sure shot way to make yourself bleed. Poking yourself with the wire. And now I'm just searching for, see, our little guy has decided to go off kilter here. And just try to get him in the right spot here. So we still have one side to attach, okay? Make sure he's in where you want him to be. And where, oh, where did my other wire go? Let's turn this guy for a second. Here it is. Found you. Sneaky little guy. So this guy is the one that's pulling him. So I'm going to need to pull this. So one of these wires that's crisscrossing is going to pull him in one direction. And you want to try and pull him back the other way. Because you're going to have another wire that tries to pull him this way. So come on, stay here. So I know this part is no fun to watch, because obviously you can't really see what I'm doing, but all I'm doing is twisting and turning the wire, and I don't want to flip him yet because I don't want to make him go crooked. I'm going to flip him over and check the ties. I need to turn this guy here. So we're going to take this wire and this wire now and do this same thing but in the opposite direction, where one of them goes behind and goes on the other side of our base. And so try to straighten out your wire. Come on. I don't even think I have a sense of where this wire went. No. Try again. Of course, our last side is going to be the one to give us a problem. Right? Who here is betting on whether this works? Anybody? Or is it just me? Okay. Now this guy, I'm going to be able to hide right behind here and go right through to our base. This one was easy. On this side. Okay, now we can swing him back around to see if he's even. We don't want him to go up in the wrong way. And I totally lost my wire. Here we go. Alright, so let me just make sure I'm giving him a nice little gentle tug. Let me see if he's straight. Hold on. There we go. So now all I'm doing is twisting this last wire in the back. Okay. Oh, thank you. What is the piece you have running down the sides of the owl? So, for anyone joining after we did the base, so this part here that's golden and orange and brown is a 21-inch deco mesh, and the poofs are between 10 to 12 inches. I do not measure. I've stopped measuring because I just find there's no point because they're always going to be a little off. Then the burnt orange is actually a fabric ribbon that is about 7.5 inches wide that we poofed up on top of the evergreen pines. Oh, see, this little guy is coming out, so we're gonna manufacture error here. We'll just fix that. And then this chocolate shiny glittery ruffle that you can kind of see throughout is actually another 7.5 inch ribbon roll that it's not deco mesh, so it's not a 10.5 inch wide, which I think I like because it still helps you see the deco mesh a little bit, the shininess at least. And that's what we have going down the sides of the entire owl and the swag. Alright, so what you can see here is so this one is definitely over my base. I'm trying to see what the heck is going on with this one. This one is definitely over my base. It's just tied over to the side. So I'll probably bring this right back through, tie it around again just to secure it a little bit better. Same thing with this one, run it around a couple of times just to secure it better. But I'll do that after the live is done, and then just showing you what I'll do just to be able to make sure this isn't going to go anywhere. So as you can see here, this was the 7.5 inch fabric ribbon that we did. And in the end, I might just go through and pin this down with either, I might hot glue it, or I might just add a little bit of wire and just keep that down and not, or just make sure it's not going to pop up. So we still have some holes left, obviously, but now it's time to attach our top bow. Okay, so our top bow is going to go to the top. And I'm going to zoom you guys back out a little bit so you can see. Okay, so our owl is on, and the only ribbon that you again need to be careful with is the ones that have two different kinds of ribbons basically attached to one another, because it's not really like a super thick, strong glue. It's like an interface material that they use, so I wouldn't tug on that one too much. So here, for our bow at the top, what we're going to do is take our wire that we've attached to the back, and we're going to poke that right through this center part right here. Okay, so we're just going to poke this wire, and we're going to do one on one side of the base, one on the other side, just like we did for, actually this one, I lied. So this one I can kind of sneak right between this ruffle and this poof. And I'm going to sneak right back there and say, haha, I'm on one side of the base. And on this side, let's see if we can sneak. We're going to do the same wire sneak. We're going to lift up our ruffle a little bit and see if we can't sneak through the fabric ribbon and get to the other side of our base. I'm in the right area. You just need to pull it instead of pulling the pine needle. Alright, I think I've got it. So just, you want to sit your bow on top of your poof, okay, or on top of the edge of the ruffle. You don't want your bow sinking, okay? so I'm going to, whoa, I say gently, but he almost fell. Gently flip this guy over because all I'm going to do, so I'm on one side of the base, the other side of the base. I'm going to give this a good tug and turn. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on our poor little owl because those wood shavings, again, are a little gentle. Okay. So that's on, and then again, we'll just secure that a little bit better afterwards. But we don't want to bend his nose or poke his nose out. Alright, so we didn't dovetail any of these, so which we can now, somewhere with our scissors. Here they are. I just bought another pair of scissors. Actually, I think I bought 2 pairs. Because these are starting to dull out on me because I've been using them for, they're fabric scissors, but I've been using them for everything under the sun. So I bought another pair, and of course I bought pink because that's my son's favorite color, is pink and red. Well, it's always a tie between pink and red. One day he'll say red, one day he'll say pink. And we haven't fluffed up our bow yet, so don't worry about that. It looks a little ugly right now. So don't worry about our bow yet. And don't worry about the holes yet that we have in between our owl and our bow, because we're going to fill those up. This was a long one tonight, guys. It's sometimes hard to have things cut and prepared when the design is going on as you're doing it. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. Something extra came flying at me. Alright, did I get them all? Oh, no. One last straggler. Alright. So now we've got these all. Okay. The way you can fluff up your tails is take either your thumb and your pointy finger, or take your 2 first fingers here, kind of run them through your bow. I like using my thumb sometimes better, depending on the angle I'm at. But that's how you can fluff up your tails. Okay, this one here at the bottom, see this? You gotta be very careful because it's starting to split. Because I just pulled on it a little too hard. So I'm going to add just a dab of glue. And glue that back together just to make sure it's not going to come apart. So you just got to be careful with the ribbon that has 2 different ribbons together. So this guy we can't really... We have to be really nice and gentle to this guy. But these, you should be able to tug on these and make them move to where you want them to go. Okay? So I'm fine with like crazy tails, meaning they don't all have to be going perfectly straight. Some can go off to the side. Let's move this out of the way so you don't see too many different things at one time. Alright, so see how nice and fluffy that can be? And all you do is stick your fingers in here. You can use one hand, you can use 2 hands to fluff up your ribbon. Okay, there's no right or wrong. So all you do want to do is start moving them to like space them out. So let me move the bow this way so that way you can see. Maybe right there. Okay. So start moving them out. So if you have one on the bottom like this one, you're going to have 2 to the sides. Okay. Then you've got another one in the middle. And again, you'll have 2 to the sides. And the wired ribbon you should be able to play with really nicely, which is all that we used in our bow. Okay. So, I'm missing, where's my, oh, you know why? Because I moved him up, so that's fine. So technically this one should be down here. It's just I moved this guy way up top just to make a little extra coverage there because we didn't have enough for 5 loops. Alright, so our bow is fluffing nicely. It has a little extra sparkle, it has some dull ribbons, a little extra sparkly ribbons because a lot of our mesh has different colors in it. So we are going to put another bow down here, but what I would like to do first is probably add in some ribbon tails just before we get too far in. So let's move this guy over here for a second. And I think for ribbon tails, what we might do is we're going to probably switch it around. So we're probably going to add in 1, 2, 3, 4. We're probably going to add in 10 because I think we did 10 ruffles. So we'll probably alternate. Okay? So we'll do this one with, I feel like I'm missing some ribbon here. Where'd it go? Where did it go? My stomach is growling. I'm not really a fan of the sheer for tails, but that might work. And then we'll probably do these acorns and the maple leaves for tails. I think so. So let's see, we had a couple of tails that we cut here at 10 inches, which I think is going to be way more than enough, because if we were to pinch this 10-inch and put it in, like we're going to have way more than enough in just 10 inches. Alright? Because we're obviously going to dovetail these first. So we'll have way more than enough in the 10 inches. Okay? So, my goodness, my stomach is growling. I think it's because I only had an ice cream for dinner. My stomach is like, if you are still awake, please feed me. Please feed me. Alright. I'm kind of wondering, I might use this one instead. I like this one. But I don't really like the bottom one. It's quite a shame that we don't have a ton of this ribbon left. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can do 9 inches. Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong ribbon. Hold on, hold on. Hold the phone. How much do we have here? Close to 34. Make them, I can do 3 10-inch tails. You know what? We're going to use this one. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Can't leave any ribbon behind. No ribbon left behind. Has anyone watched that Troll movie? My son has watched it about 20 times in a row. So sometimes I get stuck in my head, no trolls left behind. Awesome movie for music. I sometimes listen to like the oldie station and one of the songs may come on and he'll realize it and he'll be like, hey, that's from the Troll movie. I'm like, sure is. Can't get away from it anywhere. But they do have good music. Alright, so I'm just cutting 10-inch pieces. I know we said we're probably going to do 10 tails, but we'll see. You see glitter. I think I have glitter up my nose already. How much will I sell this for? To be honest with you, I haven't even added it up yet. So let me do that quick number in my head while I chat with you guys. But I literally just pulled these swags out of the box before I came on the live, so I don't know. I'll add it up in my head. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of glitter. Like, oh, it's like from the Troll movie. There's this one troll that's, he's just all silver glitter. Like every time he opens his mouth, he just speaks glitter. Alright, so this was one of our acorns. So let's start with this one and this one. Yeah, that's good. Let's dovetail these first. I know I don't even have enough for 5 here, but we're going to make something work. We'll make something work. We'll make something work. Okay. That's good. And dovetail this one. Sorry, I'm coming to the side. I should be doing this in front of you. So just folding, cutting. I just did it to the side because I was trying to not get the cut ribbon all within the swag and then have to pick it out. So let's put one of each together. Now this leafy ribbon is a really nice thick linen ribbon, and the other one is not not a nice thick linen ribbon. It's not a bad ribbon, it's just not my favorite. That's all. So I'm going to put these first in a spot that you can see them. Okay, so you can make these nice and fluffy before you put them on if you want. Sometimes you can use your thumb and your pointy finger or that way. And so I'm going to untwist one of these ties and slap that guy right on in there. Okay. Oh, this guy's like hanging out here over here. That guy got a little jealous. That ribbon just got a little jealous, that's all. Alright. So I am pointing these in like opposite directions. Move this aside a little bit so you can see. Okay. Alright. So this is coming right under our owl. Alright. And let's do another one side. All right. Just fold that, pinch it up. And this one I think I might come right over here with on this side. So I'm just using our chocolate ruffle sections to kind of gauge where these tails are going. Undone. This little pinch just came undone. I think I just murdered this one. Goodness gracious. So again, it's not 100% cute yet. We're still adding. Now you're going to say, oh, but I can still see evergreen. We're not done yet. Don't worry. Don't worry, be happy. Let's flip this guy around because I kind of need to see this side for a minute. And let's get all this stuff out of the way so I don't think I have extra ribbon. I have this one and this one. So that's it that I have of this one, unfortunately. I definitely already looked on my shelf and nada. Nothing's there. Definitely need to stock up on fall ribbon. And I thought I had bought some really cute rolls. Obviously not enough. Hey Gary. Lisa, I'm so sorry I missed yours. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay. What did you do tonight? Oh, Shorty. I'm sorry. Is that what you like to be called, Gary? Shorty? Gotcha. Alright, I think on this one I'm actually going to come on the opposite side of this one. And I'm going to untwist this chocolate tie because it's just easier. There's not enough more room left here on this twist tie because it's a little short. I know some people don't like to make an X, some people like to point them down. I do whatever I think looks cute. How's that? So this, I don't think we're going to be able to use anything for, so let's just put that aside for a hot minute. I do have another roll of that somewhere in here. Here it is. Here it is. But I don't want to use up 100% of it because we still need to make another bow. We still need to make another bow. So let's make our bow first. Let's make our bow. Alright, so this is what we got so far, guys. What we got so far, kids. I'm just moving this one out of the way. Of course, you move it out of the way and it unravels on you. So we're going to put a bow right here. Somewhere right here. I'm going to move that tail over. And I think this time, how many feet are in here? 12. Oof. Oof. 12's not enough for bow making and tail making. Especially when they waste a quarter of an inch of ribbon folding it over. Alright, so that was, how many did I say? 3? 2? 3? Yep. Then I had another one I just used up. Alright, let's make another bow. I think this one we're going to use... Wrong side? Probably 4-inch tails. This is going to be ginormous. Okay, we're going to trade. I just see glitter falling everywhere, guys. It's raining glitter. Hallelujah. It's raining, man. Ooh, look at all the glitter on here. I can't even see my numbers. Alright, guys, so this bow, I told you I was going to flip to me so we can get through it faster. Actually, let's start with our same. This guy will use 2 loops for. And let's do... Ew. I'm afraid I won't have enough, but... Yeah. So 12-inch tails. Let's try it. Not sure we'll have enough, but we're going to try it. So 12-inch tails. Thought I had more ribbon than this. Good thing we're doing a swag. And we can always cover up again more with some of our flowers and some of our green leafy friends. So I'm not worried, but I did want to add some more ribbon because you know you all have a ribbon addiction like I do. Don't be kidding yourselves. I know you do. Well, my friend Cheryl, I know my friend Cheryl, she's not a big ribbon fan, but I know most of everyone does. Okay. So we did 2 loops on each side of this one, where on the top bow we only did 1. But since our pretty ribbon is at high demand, we need to use some of our nice pretty cousin friends here. Put that one aside. Let's put this guy in. Ooh, get my light. Stop wobbling. Alright, so we're going to go with the pumpkins again. It wasn't my first idea for pumpkins, but you kind of can't really even tell they're pumpkins. We're going to go a little less than 4. So like 4.5. Excuse me, 3.5. Yeah, we're going to go a little less than 4, and we're going to go 4.5. Hello! What time is it? No wonder. It's already, oh my god, it's already midnight? Holy cannolis, and you guys are still on? Bless you all. Probably already snoozing, though. I don't blame you. Holy moly. I didn't think I was going to take this long. I did say this was my first swag, so... Oh, another roll ribbon! Holy moly, I'm going ribbon shopping tomorrow. Holy cow. That's probably why I can't even figure out how much this is going to cost. I'm in shock by how much ribbon we're using. These are small rolls. How much was in that roll? Oh my god, that was only 9 feet in that roll. That's why. I have no idea where I even got this one. Who knows? That's all that was left. Alright, so next is my favorite. This pretty maple leaf. It's got glitter on it too. Why not? Why not add a little glitter to our lives? Glitter and ribbon. What else could make our life better? At midnight while crafting. Nothing. Nothing else could make it better. Well, maybe some dinner. I'm gonna have to go eat something. I wonder if my stomach's friggin' yelling at me. So this one, I think I'm going like right around the same size of like the 3.5 I just put in. These even. Okay, I'm gonna make 2 loops on each side. Come on in there. Twisting the ribbon every time I put it in to get that pretty side up. Regular bow today because I wanted to do the 5 on one side, or the 3 on one side and 2 on the other, but these are apparently really small rolls and we won't have enough. So alright, so let's see. What did I use for the other one? The acorn? Acorn. Acorn it is. Okay, let's just cut this off. There we go. Oh, Genevieve, that's an even better rule. I haven't heard him say that. I must have missed that. You get to buy 2 when you use 1. I'm adopting that rule. Oh, yes. If my husband says, what do you need more ribbon for? I'm going to say it's a rule. You have to buy 2 for every one you use. I'm just going to adopt it. I hope Damon doesn't mind. I'm sure he won't. That's a fantastic rule. I was using just 1 as the rule. That's an even better rule. Okay. I love these acorns. They have glitter too. Okay, and our fancy, oh, here it is. Oh, goodness. This is going all over the place. And our fancy little accent guy here. Okay, I just twisted that. Made a little loop. Pinched it off again. How come that didn't work? Here we go. And just gonna add that in there. And make this right around the same length. Okay. Stay. let's move this guy out of the way. And zip tie. Again, I use zip ties because my hands aren't very strong sometimes. You can use pipe cleaner. Heck, I'm sure you could probably even use wire right off the bat. But those of us that need a little extra help, like me, then zip ties are probably going to be your friend. So I'm just moving this on over, twisting it to the back. I think all our ribbons are playing nicely so far. So we're just going to tighten this up a little more. I need to get another piece of wire. Oh, for goodness sake, is this the last thing we're going to have to attach with wire? Oh, sweating it over here. But I said tonight, I was like, I'm going to finish. I'm not going to sometimes I'm just like, yo guys, I'm like, wiped. We will come back another night to finish. Tonight I was just like, nope, I'm finishing. You guys fall asleep, I'm going to be still here working. Finish this off. Alright, so just put in my wire right under the zip tie. And we're going to give her a spin. Wake her up. Okay. Oh. Hello. That shouldn't have happened, but it did. Okay. And then now we're really going to tighten it up. Get all those extra clicks out of your zip tie. Cut the tail off. Oh, Rosemary, please, don't worry about going to bed. Don't worry. Oh, good night, Lisa. Did I miss you? Sorry. Did I miss you saying good night? I know you came on. I'm going to catch my girl Lisa's live later. Maybe not later, but maybe in the morning when I wake up and I just lay there. Look at all this glitter. Does it show on the screen? Probably not. No, I can't see it. Darn it. It looks like a blanket of glitter. Whoa. You could write my name in the amount of glitter on my table. Oh my god. Alright. There's glitter in every single thing we're using tonight. Oh my god. Fantastic. I love it. I love it, I love it. Alright, so here's our last happy bow. Okay. And again, I'm not worried about empty spaces right now, so don't you all be worried either. So we're going to take one side of our wire, push it to the left or the right. The other one's going to go in the opposite direction. And this one, unfortunately, I think I'm going to poke it right through all this mesh and the 7.5 inch ribbon. Just because if I try to go around, I don't think it's going to work as well. So it's sitting right on top of, for the most part, the top part of the ruffle and the beginning part of the poof. It's not sitting in the middle of the ruffle. So, and that's on purpose, just so it won't sink and look all wilted and squished together our bow. Of course, this one last one is going to give me a problem. Come on, come on. I know you can get through there. Yay! Right, Genevieve? Power through it. Woohoo! And we're going to move this up just slightly. Okay, now gently, I'm going to just push her on back. Because I just can't get my hands in here anymore. Okay. So we're going to twist this off. So again, I'm going to finish this definitely tonight. You guys need to get off. Don't worry. I get it. I'm on vacation this week, so that's why I'm just kind of powering through things. And we've already had a really crappy week that I'm behind schedule, so this part here, I'm probably just going to pin down somehow with our twist ties. When I go to tie these off securely. Alright, let's bring her on back around. Well, hello, little owl. How are you? How are you doing? So cute. I know, I just made you a little unhappy. So these tails, I think some of them I might try and curl, but some of them I'm just gonna kind of leave as happy hanging tails. Okay, so I might do a combination of the two. And so now what we need to do is do some tails out of this happy ribbon. Love it! And we'll do, first of all, we need to move our happy bow maker. We need to find our ribbon, move some things around. This thing is just ginormous. Holy moly, I don't think I've ever made something so ginormous. I really don't think so. Whoa, this is going to be close to another one used. Holy cow. So I'm just going to cut these at 10 inches too. And no, I do not have any tail measuring tools. It's old school here, guys. We use our mat and we cut. Does it take a few extra minutes? Probably. Will I maybe one day buy them? Sure. Possibly. Do I have them right now? No, but we can still get the job done. Let's make another one of these. And then we'll have 3 of each. Right, I think we did 3 of the other one. Oh, that one's already dovetailed. This one is not. Alright, so let me dovetail this quickly. God, can you guys not hear my stomach? If you can't, thank God. But if you could, I'm sorry. My stomach is growling. When am I going to go eat? It's midnight. Oh, I just did these. Fantastic. Alright. Do I have enough in here? Oh, I have enough in here for probably like 2 more tails. So we have 4 rolls of ribbon used so far. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to fold this guy up. And let's see where we're going to put this one. Let's see. Probably on this side and this side. So I'm going to come up top here towards our bow and just kind of fill in a little bit up here. I know you guys aren't seeing this part. You should probably already sleeping in. But we're just filling in a little bit near our bow on the side here. And we are going to end up ruffling up some of this orange fabric ribbon anyways, so that more of our pine gets covered. So that's perfect. I'm just folding in some of this stuff. And actually just using some of my pine extra ties to fluff our orange ribbon. Because again, it is not a like specifically designated wired ribbon. So using our other material will still provide a fluff factor. It's just hard to move this guy around here. Holy cow. I'm going to come to the other side over here and match it up. This one I'm going to untie a little bit. Just a little bit. Tie it back up again. Okay. I'm just curling my ribbons so that they play nice. Fluffing out my orange here. This is looking pretty good, I think. Let me know what you guys think so far. If you're still awake. I don't blame you if you fell asleep. Oh, I think I would have fallen asleep a long time ago. Alright, and then we have one more of these to add in here that I think I'm going to add right here, kind of close to his ear. And then I think I'm going to cut one more and put on this side just to make it even. Just because you can see it. So let's put that in here. I don't think this will be bad for Santa Marta Designs first swag. Right? Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Let's cut another one. And another one of these. Oh, good. You guys are liking it. Good. Be honest. Honesty is the best policy. Okay. Let's put in one more of these. And then I think what we're going to do is take a look at whether We need to add in some leafy greens or flowers of some sort. I don't think I'm going to add any more ribbon tails down here because I think we're covered pretty well. Just right here looks kind of empty on this side, and I turned it around so if you guys could see, but this thing is so damn big, I don't think you'd see anything except me getting in the way. So on my floor, because my floor is tiled, I have a heating pad on my floor that I turn on all the time. But if you're not like, it goes off after a while. So once in a while I can start feeling my feet are getting cold. I'm like, oh, it must have gone off. I got to turn it back on. So I just did that recently. You guys saw me bending down. My feet get cold on the tile floor. I totally didn't even think about the, what is it called? That radiant flooring? Is that what it's called? We had ripped up the tile, we'd ripped up the flooring, and before we put in the new floor, I totally even forgot about it. After like a year, we're like, ah, we should have put in the heat on the floor. Oh, look at that. I didn't even fix my bow yet. Poor little bow. Oh my God. You guys could have yelled at me. Poor little bow was all smushed, waiting for revival. Poor thing. I don't want to pull too hard on this one. Okay. These I can pull a little harder on. Spread them apart. Alright, so sorry about that. I totally forgot to fluff up our little bow. Just moved right onto the tails. Oh gosh. Poor bow. I think I was still in shock for having used almost 4 rolls of ribbon tonight. Okay. Well, you need to come down a little more. Don't give me a hard time. This one I'm just using 2 hands because it's very, very gentle, very sensitive. Okay, and I know we haven't done anything with our tails yet, but that's coming. That's coming. All right, so I'm thinking not on the flowers, but I don't know. Let's cut off a piece of greenery and see how that would look. I'm just going to use the small ones for now. Let's cut a small one. See what that looks like. Where's my heavy wire cutters? Let's just cut that off for a second. And see if this floats our boat. Not that many at least. Let's see. Probably not that many. We could do a few at a time. That's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright. I'm not hating it, I'll tell you that. So let's cut. So one stem will give us 2 sections. Okay. I kind of want him to look like he's, you know, kind of hanging out in like this fancy tree, right? Where's the side of my... Trying to find the right little spot between my ruffle. Where's the entrance in my ruffle? Here it is. So you probably have a nice little happy home, like right there. So if we do 1, 2, like 3, 4, possibly. Here's my other one. We do this one over here. And it's stuck in the mesh. And won't poke through. Just trying to see if this is too long. A little bit. A little bit. Alright, so let's put some hot glue on this. Alright. Snuck it in through there, so it should go back in fine. Goodness, my stomach is like, if you don't feed me, I'm gonna hurt you. That's what my stomach is saying. I am starting to get a headache. Probably from being hungry. Just swirling it around in there like Damon usually tells everyone. Give it a swirl so that it catches a few more things in there to glue onto. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Let's see if I can turn this without knocking too many things over. So we stuck that in there. We're going to stick one down here. And the reason being, let's see how this works. I'm going to stick one down there. It will stay. But I'm thinking possibly, I don't know, but possibly adding a flower somewhere. Maybe this would be a little bud. And then we put the flower here, because it seems like there's like a dent right here that I want to fill. So that flower might work nicely. Of course, I just broke off a piece of my wood shaving there. Not detrimental, but... So I think that's what I might do. These are not adjustable leaves, unfortunately. I wish they were. Let's cut this one off. Goodness. I think I just saw something fly over here. Hold on. Okay. This guy, maybe this long. I want him a little bit longer just in case. And I am going to cut the leaves off because maybe we'll just glue them in there. They are pretty leaves. One more. Put that to the side. Stay there. Alright, so I think this big one is gonna go in here somewhere. I think we've kind of lost our mesh in here. So probably gonna try and put it underneath the mesh so that way the mesh doesn't go away. That I think looks kind of cute. Helps fill in that little hole. Now how do we get it back in there without getting in the wrong spot? Okay. Oh, there's a whole lot of glue on here. Let's just get it in the right spot, I hope. Give it a few good shakes. And I think we are going to add some of these leaves. They are pretty. And they bend. That's my favorite part. You don't need that. Okay. That's pretty cool, those leaves bend. Glue stick. We're going to add another one on this side. Okay. Getting a little glue on ourselves. Sure. Okay, that one's good. That one's good. This one, this little fella, I think is going to come right over here. But still too long. So, let's cut him down. And we're probably going to sneak him I'm going to sneak him in just like that. That's where I think we're going to sneak him. I had to push my glue stick down with my chin. Did none of you do that? Or maybe you guys are using like the glue pots. And maybe that's why you don't need to. No glue pot here. Not yet. There is a wire on this one that is about to break off. So I just need to cut that. There we go. And then we're going to glue this little leaf on in here. Okay, now move to the other side. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We may add a leaf up here too. I think we're adding a couple leaves up there too. Let's cut another one of these off. We're going to cut 2 more off. I'm going to cut this one. And I'm going to cut this one. Goodness. Okay. Let's separate these two so that we can use for more than one at a time. Boy, we got a lot of mess over here. Let's just get that out of the way, so we know what's good and what's garbage. Okay, this is all good. All good. Oh no, I wanted to add another leaf up here. I think I'm going to add another leaf right up in there. I'm going to cut this down shorter. And right in through there. Sneak that leaf right in there. Oh boy, taking some ribbon with us for a ride. Okay, up here I added a green. So, let's see where I can sneak this one. Probably right through there. So all I do is turn, turn, turn my floral when I'm adding the glue to cover the stem. And then on this one, I'm just hooking the evergreen around one of these pieces just to make it so that it stays in place the way I want it to. There we go. So I'm going to add one of these over here. Just to give it another hint of life. Just kind of balancing out each side. It's a marathon swag night. Marathon swag night. Then we get to our flower. So on this side, we need to have our little bud. And then below that guy, we're going to have this big pumpkin flower. Where did my leaf go? We have another leaf and another leaf. I don't throw these out because you can always use them for something else. And I have used them for something else before in other projects. So, all right. Let's see. Let's put our flowers in first. So our other flower, there was a hole here. So let's add the same kind of hole coverage. See if I can't get this into the base through here. Nope. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Alright, maybe I can go through this way though. Which would be safer. Alright, cool. So we're going to cut this down. I'm going to take our leaf back. Beautiful. So adding that flower down here. Okay. Let me try and see if I can spin this around so you guys can see a little bit better. There. I'm going to add this leaf in. It's a nice long one. That's pretty. Oh, itchy nose with all the glitter. I'm gonna sneeze glitter tomorrow like the trolls. Probably. That one I got a little bit of glue on my ribbon, so we're just gonna tack it down and pretend like our ribbon is supposed to be there. Which it's not bad if it is, it's fine. And this final little guy is gonna go on the side here. Just underneath there. Okay, we are almost done Marathon Swag Night. Woo, woo. And I'm still awake. And I haven't even taken a nap today. Today's going to be a long one. I say today because we're already in Thursday. And I'll be on again tonight. Thursday night. Figure out something to do a little shorter. Okay. Just making sure none of these little guys are loose. Oh, got a loose piece there. Nothing else wibbly wobbly loose. Okay, let's just fix this bow. And then And I think we're good. And I think we're good. So this is the 1.5 inch I think I'm going to curl, possibly. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just dovetailing these. I didn't go back to this part yet. I think I got them all. I think so. Let's move this all out of the way so we can see what we have. Oh, Julie, thank you. Ah, Anne-Marie. Your head is bobbing. Don't worry about it, guys. I love it. Trust me, I think I'm running on sheer adrenaline right now because I would be passed out normally. Alright, so this is what we have. I think on some of these tails, like, I'm trying to see if this is not going to flip over on me. Like some of these tails, like this one here, I may just curl. Just to give it another dimension on the ribbon. But this one may not play nice because it's not that heavy, thick linen. And this one's not going to play nice. If you're not going to play nice, and then you just get to hang. And then this one, I was thinking of curling too. But I may change that tomorrow after I get it hung. So that's it, guys. And so, would you ever have guessed this was from an evergreen base? Not that many of you are on still, but we got 7 people left. And they're probably snoozing too. So, I can't even fit this in the full picture. Here we have the top. Okay. Oh, our poor little ribbon got a little messed up. I think I turned it over at one point. And there's our owl. And then we've got our bottom bow with our hanging tails. I think I may straighten these out tomorrow because they're just not cooperating to curl. So we may just leave them flat. Not flat Stanley, but flat, curly flat. That's it, kids. I know someone asked me about how much this is going to cost, but honestly, I got to price this out because I used up pretty much like almost 4 rolls. No, yeah, I did use up 4 rolls of ribbon, and I feel like I'm at the end of 2 other rolls. Pretty much. Some flowers, some greenery, the mesh, the owl. I'll work on a price tomorrow morning and take a picture and I'll post it. I don't know that it will be in my Etsy shop yet or online, but I'll let you guys know. And if anybody's interested, then you can private message me or something. Thank you, Lourdes. Thank you, Genevieve. Everyone else that's still on, you guys are powerhouse tonight. It is 12:47 Eastern Standard Time. So I am going to go to bed. Actually, I think I have a little, oh my god, it's raining glitter in here everywhere on me. I have a little glitter to clean up first, and then I'm going to bed. Because if I try to even move, this is just all going to run through my entire house. My hubby won't be too happy. Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone that stayed on. Love you guys. And let's see. I'll be back in probably less than 9 hours. No, less than 12 hours. Less than 12 hours. So we'll be back again tonight at around 9:30. And maybe, you know what, we might do like wrap up some projects tonight. Like attach the back to a wreath. Possibly even paint some fish that I want to attach to my other wreath, attach the back to another one. So we might do some wrap up stuff tonight. You know, because we do all the pretty stuff in the front. We never do, hardly ever do some of the wrap up stuff. So maybe we'll do that tonight. All right. Everyone have a fantastic, fantastic night, day, whatever time it is for you. I am going to clean up, go to bed, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. All right? Love you guys. It's owl time. That's why we stayed up late. Haha. Got you guys. All right. Bye.